Thank you, Chair. And colleagues, today we will approve the Single-Use Plastics Directive, one of the highest profile pieces of legislation in the EU. And we have got a good outcome thanks to the rapporteur, despite the Council dragging down the ambition. But I would caution and say hold off from popping the champagne corks just yet, because the truth is the linear plastics economy will be continuing business as usual. We have some very positive measures in this directive, but we should all acknowledge that we are still just scratching the surface here. Banning cotton buds and plastic plates is a good move, but where is the systemic change that we need to achieve? How do we stop the 13 million tonnes of plastic from entering the ocean every year? The plastics boom, we know, is thanks to the fracking boom and the fossil fuel industry's desperate attempts to secure its future. So plastic will remain cheap and ubiquitous unless we take on the fossil fuel industry and strongly regulate the plastic manufacturers. We need to stop talking about the circular economy in just fancy words, and we really need to think about how do we put this principle into action. So what's great is that this directive has raised awareness about plastics, but we absolutely need to hit home that the answer to the plastics crisis is not about individuals rejecting straws or even campaigning for a straw ban. It's about radically changing our production lines.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And I'd like to ask if Mr Liese is really happy that he and others successfully removed the very onerous task of marking a packet of balloons, not the balloons themselves, but the packaging of the balloons, asking people to responsibly dispose of them. Because we know that balloons are in the top 10 list of items found. And now, thanks to Mr Liese and his colleagues, children are spared the horror of such a labelling requirement and instead will continue to witness the horror of poisoned wildlife.
Well, thank you for the question. I'm happy to produce some clarification. I think indeed we need to look for alternatives and invest in